Oh, hello there. Today I'm going to bring you something that I've been wanting to do for a long time for myself anyway. I've got my Morgan RCA35 here, and I've mentioned it before in the kind of demo of it that I did before, that this particular amp can take a lot of different types of tubes without any rebiasing or anything like that. And I've tried a few of them myself already, but I wanted to go ahead and record a video and audio to match with each of the tubes kind of side by side, just to see how they compare. And I'm planning on doing that a few different ways. This is going to be the clean version. I tend to run my amps clean, and so I want to see how each of these tubes sound in this amp at kind of a clean setting. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the settings on the amp exactly the way that they are showing right now for all the clean things, and then I'll just swap the tubes one at a time, and I'll play just a couple chords, and then I'll edit them all back to back with all the combinations so you can hear what they all sound like against each other. So I know this would have been really helpful to me at some point, but it's hard to find comparisons of all of them, and since this amp can take so many, we're gonna give it a go here and see which one that we all think sounds best, or we each think sounds best, which is going to be pretty wide range spectrum, I'm sure, but it's all about what sounds good to our specific ears. And so this is just as much for me as it is for you guys. So as I learn, you learn, and that's the beauty of it. So all of the tubes that you see there in the front of the amp, all of them are JJ tubes, except for the KT66 is the biggest ones there, are Gold Lions, and that's only because that's what I had my amp shipped with straight from Morgan, because I wanted to give those a shot. So most of them are the same brand also, and tubes are going to vary by brand, but this should give you a pretty good idea in any case. So going left to right, there we've got the 5881 tubes, which are the recommended ones for the RCA35 by Mr. Joe Morgan himself. Those are also 6L6 GCs. They're the same thing. So that should cover the whole 6L6 side of the spectrum. Moving toward the right, that's the KT66s, those big ones there. To the right of that are KT77s. To the right of that are 6V6s, and to the right of that are EL34s. And this amp can take all of those, and so we're going to see what they all sound like and how they differ. So without further ado, here we go. So there you have it. Hopefully that was helpful. I know it'll be helpful for me to listen back to it once it's done and kind of decide for myself which tubes I think sound the best, at least set up clean. But remembering that the amp is definitely the most important piece of your sound, and the tubes are a big part of that in terms of the frequencies of each one. So hopefully that'll help you decide. I'll link to Eurotubes, is where the site that I've bought all my JJ tubes from, and I've had a great experience with them so far. They're extremely helpful to talk to you and help you figure out kind of what you're after, and they have reasonable rates on tubes and such. So check them out, and feel free to subscribe if you want to spend 5 minutes with some more gear or do some comparisons or how-tos or what have you. And I'll see you next time. So bye-bye.